Warning: the following content is satire and is for comedic purposes only. Any comments, past or present, do not represent our values. Some viewers may find the following offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to True North Network. This is episode 158. That's only the third time I've had to say it, and I finally got it right. We're back.
Always.
I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. We've got Colton with us today.
Hello.
Eric's over there in his shades as well. And Andrew, our technical support.
Hello.
How's it going, boys?
You want my honest answer?
Yes.
I'm a little bit tired. For those of you who don't know,
Look at the camera.
Which one? There's like three.
That one or that one?
I'm looking at that one.
Perfect.
Anyways, it's midnight, right? Actually, it's past midnight right now.
12:18.
We have been doing this for 3 hours.
No,
for
it's
you
4
guys.
hours now.
4 hours.
Oh my God, we've been doing this for 4 hours for you guys. Please watch this episode.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. When someone says, please watch this or please like it, I leave.
Just bully him in the comments. But
Fuck you.
one thing I did want to touch on, because it's quite apparent, is Brody's no longer on the podcast.
Stay with us.
He's not dead. Just is some, personal issues that I'm not going to air out on here. He's decided to leave the podcast. So just wanted to touch on that. It'll just be the four of us for the time being. We might still have guests on. I really want to get Travis and Kyle back on and see if we can, get some other guests to join us.
So we're going to do that like a Discord type of thing?
Yeah, we'll
That's what
figure
I
that
figured
out
out.
when we actually have to do it.
I know exactly how we'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah. But I just wanted to touch on that because obviously you guys aren't going to see him in the podcast again. But I thought it was just worth mentioning. But yeah, we've taken some time off, just due to a lot of shit. Yeah, he's moved in with me now,
Yeah.
so it's easier that way.
Yeah, we just go upstairs. It's like, hey, we got to record the podcast. It's like, all right.
At least I don't have to set you up on Discord anymore.
Oh my God, yeah, that was crazy. We got a new backdrop we're trying out.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Looks better than the shitty fucking brick wall we had before.
Listen,
Yeah, every
nothing
time I
wrong
send a
with
was like-
Snapchat, people think I'm in a prison. I'm like, no, I'm in my
And
bedroom.
And it's reflecting so much light because it was white. This
Mhm.
is like a cream color. It looks very white in the video footage,
yeah.
but it's actually more cream, so
Like it
it's
looks
reflecting
good?
less light. Oh yeah,
It
looks good.
smells like an old lady's house.
It does, and it's putrid. Like
It's
it,
horrible.
And you
It's
sprayed it
horrible.
with
I had the
Febreze,
bright
too.
idea for in the spray with Febreze, and no, it just
It didn't
smelled
work.
like ass.
It
with
didn't work.
Febreze.
Before we get too far into it, we do have a new element to the podcast. Andrew, do you want to explain the idea
Yes.
and what we're drinking today?
So Eric and I were at Co-op getting limes for a beer. I'm giving you the long story. And Co-op has these funny pops from I think a company in the States. This one's Coca-Cola, so we're all gonna have some cock. We're all gonna try some cock today.
Coca-Cola.
Getting my
Nobody's ever had it. I've had
Kidding.
one of this company's other drinks, and I didn't like it.
That's not very fucking reassuring.
But
It's something different.
this is gonna be a thing that we do beginning of every episode now, where we try
Smell it.
some other random food that no one in our group has had before that's kind of different or interesting.
Next week is
Coke
wasabi.
Not actual Coke.
It smells like Coke.
This might come.
Gummies.
Yeah.
Like not.
It's
Coke
probably
has a
gonna-
different- Yeah, but it smells.
It
like,
smells like
It's-
Coke gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everybody.
It smells like chemicals. Cheers, boys.
It's called.
That tastes like them too.
It tastes like fucking Coke gummies.
Yep, that's exactly what it
But
tastes.
they're like watered down Coke.
Yep, that's nasty. We're going back to this.
This is drinkable.
It's flat.
It's
Yeah,
flat.
That's what it was.
I guess it's been sitting in a cup for 2 hours, but whatever.
half an hour.
It makes me feel gross,
Yeah,
like
I
the
don't-
Coke gummies. No, I appreciate it, but
Coca-Cola. I can't talk. Coca-Cola gets like a C tier for me.
I'm giving it.
Well, to go in fashion with all of the very obnoxious food reviewers, I'm going to give that an 8.63.
Right.
The flavor is excellent.
Fuck you.
Anyway, the flavor is excellent.
I do like me some good cock.
However, the aftertaste is unpleasant. I would recommend Coca-Cola over this since that one bottle was $3.50.
Oh my god.
I tried Prime. It's
in-
just disappointing.
In a pinch, if I had nothing else to drink, sure.
This is not refreshing at all.
No,
It just
what-
tastes like corn syrup.
Would I go?
Just-
Would I
if
go
you
get it
need a
off the
good
shelf? No.
diabetes sugar bump,
yeah, that is pretty
Good
vile.
for me.
you don't need any more
I-
sugar in your diet.
That's what I'm
I-
saying. Oh, okay.
I would give it like a 3.125 out of 10.
Why are you the way you are?
It's
Why
a
can't
3
you just-
1/8.
What the fuck is an eighth in this?
Well, we're not measuring that. We're measuring the
No,
quality
in your
of that.
rating.
It's an eighth.
It's an
He
eighth.
literally just said it.
3 and an 8.
It's to define it from everything else that's at a 3. It's slightly better than everything else that everyone's defined at a 3, but it's not a 4, and it's not a 3.5 or 3 1/4.
Oh,
I give it 3.5 thumb up emojis, huh? Better? Fucking 3.5.
No, it's
no,
not-
actually 3 and 3/16 of a fucking thumb
Why
emoji.
can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
So, anyways, how's the hemorrhoids?
Anyway,
Oh, it's too late for this.
no, it is not.
Anyways, that is the first of many. Hopefully, we'll find some better ones.
I won't do food.
Yeah, well, that's not a shocker for anyone.
You're going to have to try it.
Fuck no. What in the fuck did you get sunglasses?
They're
What the
mine.
fuck?
I put them on when you were dying.
Are you-
Anyway.
Anyway,
I have a few news stories and entertainment stories that have happened over the last few weeks just because we've been out of the loop for a while. One that happened a little while ago, Eric wanted to talk about. Bring that up.
Titan sub, baby. Well, yeah, I guess everything that the world has been focusing on, and they're still focusing on.
I just found out that it's not 48 seconds before it recorded.
So did I.
Can you pass me your charging cable?
Yes, sir. Here you go.
So anyway, so the Titan sub, I'm
Where do we start? Like,
well,
do we start with the beginning of like
Everyone knows from the beginning. Let's just
yeah, like the timeline, all the timeline's been kind of like
Covered.
covered at this point. I mean, they're not releasing many details, but I don't think they really have to because basically at this point we learned that the sub imploded catastrophically and turned everyone into toothpaste. So I just thought it was interesting that thing something like that exists. I didn't think people were actually paying $250,000 to go down to see the Titanic, which honestly, if I had the money,
$250,000 to go down.
anyway, so I never thought people would be spending that much money to go down to the sub, to Titanic. Yes, in a sub, and I thought that'd be kind of cool to do, but then
Then you learn what the sub is made out of, and you went, I could
yeah,
make this
which
in my garage.
which is interesting for those who don't know. The sub was made out of off the shelf expired carbon fiber or fiberglass. I forget what it was.
I think it was carbon fiber.
That, but it was
It was driven by a video game controller from like the early 2000s from Logitech.
a
that was, like,
Logitech, yeah,
terrible.
and now it's getting
Yours is
meme reviewed
terrible.
on Amazon, which is hilarious.
I love reading the Amazon review.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
bought this and my sub blew up
Or
imploded.
Or you see
Awesome.
people you see a clip of a guy throwing the fucking controller, and then it's like everyone else on the sub. Oh, fuck.
Maybe we'll display some shitty memes about the sub here.
Sure. Anyways,
Going to see the Titanic.
yeah, the hull. What I'm interested about is traditionally subs are made from the metal and all that shit, right? And this company, Ocean Gate, decided to make it out of expired carbon fiber hulls from Boeing because he got a deal on it, and he was able to bypass the regulations. I believe he did it illegally. Yeah.
Well, and his front glass was a piece of like shitty plexiglass too.
The thing I questioned when I heard it was how the door was. Why would you bolt it from the inside? Because even if by some miracle that submarine surfaced, how the fuck are you getting out? You have to wait for someone to come and unbolt
Well,
it.
so how these things work is they have a mothership that drops the sub down, right? So they drive this whole ship assembly and
Yeah.
everything out, and they drop the mothership, and it's basically hovering above, and it's giving information. And that's the other funny thing is how they were communicating was the mothership was telling them where to go. That's how they did this the whole place. So he basically said, traverse or to your port 20 degrees, go down this far. And the guy, they couldn't see anything. They were literally flying blind with a fucking Logitech controller
Exactly.
over the radio.
So I guess my point with that though is, okay, so submarine gets lost. Then let's just say magically, somehow it resurfaces, but it's far away from the mothership. You still only have a limited supply of air in there.
They had a backup supply of air for 3 or 4 days to survive.
That's why they were still looking, even though
Yeah.
they didn't know what happened. But
Well, that's why they didn't assume that they were dead.
Yeah.
Which is silly to assume because at the depth that they were at,
100%, it's gonna crush you. The pressure.
well, that's what happened. At the depths they're at, there's 6,000 psi of pressure per 60. Per square inch of pressure.
So you gotta think about how much that is on you alone.
Well,
or
it's
on
this-
that submarine alone.
Yeah, it's the sudden depressurization. They turned it like that. They were turned into mist and they were gone. But I'm curious about the whole 40 seconds of free floating. Like,
40.
was it 40?
48 seconds.
48
of
seconds of.
basically sinking.
Yeah, that I
And
mean,
then imploded.
that's obviously new news at this point of recording, but
The only good thing out of this is their brains had no time
Oh,
to process what happened.
they
it was
couldn't.
just like that.
Exactly. it wasn't a slow death, but
No.
if you knew that you were sinking uncontrollably and the sub was going down, you have 40 seconds to sit down and realize I'm dying and I will never see the surface of the earth again or anything. All I'm going to see is people's terrified faces and a fiberglass hull in this fucking sketchy ass CEO of a company.
Yep.
So, here's my question. Who was on that sub, and how many of them were involved with
Well, one
Epstein?
Epstein?
one was the CEO of Ocean Gate, and there was a billionaire that brought his son, and then I think there was a couple more people.
There
that were
was a
on
total of 5 people.
there. Yeah.
So, hypothetically, a bunch of people wanted to disappear, and they didn't actually go on the sub. They just went on the sub, then the sub,
You make
They-
this a conspiracy.
they made it dive for 48 seconds, and then to the point where it was overpressured and it imploded.
I mean, the interesting about this is the controversies and the whole news coverage, not the controversies, but the news coverage amount on this is the fact that for weeks and weeks and weeks, the entire world was encapsulated around a submarine with 5 people. And in that time span, just in Manitoba, 16 people died because of a bus crash.
Yeah, which
And it got like
no one's
one day,
fucking talking about.
it got like 2 days of news coverage. And then it was like, all right, well, thing of the past.
Which is crazy. Like it was seniors.
It was mostly seniors to my knowledge.
And it, because I know a little bit about it, but the semi literally hit the bus. It sent the bus flying, and then the thing fucking caught on fire, and it burnt to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like
And it was the bus driver's fault.
yeah, because
Allegedly.
he didn't have right of way. There was they recreated the crash. The bus did not have right of way.
Right.
Semi was going. So that's what when people say highway speeds. No fucking shit. It was a highway. Semi has right of way. You're crossing. You don't have right of way. But it's terrible. The guy I played baseball with, his wife, both of her parents were on that bus.
Rough.
Yeah.
Was
Eh.
it an old person driving the bus?
That I don't remember.
Because from my experience with, well, shit, cut
What?
that out.
I think they know where
they-
I swear we've doxed where we live.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Continue.
from my experience living here, with all the old people, they don't fucking care if they have right of way. They just go. So it makes sense if it was an old person driving that too. They'd just be like, "Oh, there's a truck coming. I'm gonna go."
Yeah, crossing the road, I've almost been hit by a fucking old person. Like,
Several times.
I was going home and I'm up in the.
You know where you are. Yeah.
Anyways, so you know where the McDonald's is?
Yep.
And it's a one-way when you're coming out. You can only go that way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Saskatchewan car with this older gentleman trying to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude,
I've done it before, but I was in my truck, so I literally just drive over the fucking curb. I don't care. I'm in a truck. What are you gonna do?
Irregardless of all of that, back to what I was saying. It's ironic that all this coverage is getting on around 5 people, and I mean it's an interesting case because a homemade submarine imploded.
And unfortunately, tragedies like that just overshadow everything else. Like, yeah, it is sad. Like the kid didn't want to go. Apparently, the son of the billionaire.
I heard he wanted to go and be the first person to solve a Rubik's cube at the bottom of the ocean. That's what a whole bunch of articles were talking. His mother was saying that.
Possibly then, yeah.
Said he was super excited to go, and he had a Rubik's cube. He said he wanted to be the first person in the world to solve a Rubik's cube underneath.
I
at the
think
bottom.
I heard early on that he didn't want to go, but maybe that was just
Possibly.
But yeah, like it seems like big news stories like that just overshadow everything else that's going on. I wanted to read out the waiver they signed because this is what I always point to when people are complaining about taking this situation as a joke and lightly. This is what they signed. I hereby assume full responsibility for the risk of my bodily injury, disability, death, and property damage due to negligence of any released party. I hereby assume full responsibility for any and all risks of property damage, injury, disability, or death. I am voluntarily participating in the aforementioned activity, and I am participating in the activity entirely at my own risk. I am aware of the risks associated with participating in this activity, which may include, but are not limited to, physical or psychological injury, pain, suffering, illness, disfigurement, temporary or permanent disability, including paralysis, economic or emotional loss, and death. I understand that these injuries or outcomes may arise from my own or others' negligence. Conditions related to travel to or from the expedition or from conditions at the expedition locations. Nonetheless, I assume all related risks, both known and unknown to me. So they knew what they were getting into, and that's the thing. Like, it's with any adrenaline type sport. It's the same thing when you go skydiving, the same thing when you go parasailing. You are accepting the responsibility of possible death. You're doing a dangerous activity.
Right.
4 or 5 times.
And so that's why, yeah, it's sad, but I really don't feel bad. They knew the risks and they went down anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If they mentioned death enough times in that
yeah.
there's a
4 or
very
5
high
like-
fucking risk.
And the CEO went down with them. I'm sure he didn't go just to kill himself.
he might have.
I mean, he might have, but it's unlikely. So if, the CEO's going down, you're probably like, okay, it's fine, it's safe. Unless he just really hated his life. And
Could have. Really could have.
Or he could have had someone richer than him wanting him dead.
So the question is, where did the money go?
to
To Ocean Gate.
But I'm sure that money is probably going towards all of their lawsuits.
Probably.
I don't know.
But I mean, I don't know what they're even going to get for lawsuits.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I mean, other than I'm pretty sure.
Well, if the ship was made illegally, they could sue them for that.
I think it was operating illegally.
I don't think they can sue anyone right now.
Well, their family can.
Yeah.
Yeah, the families. And I mean, they're billionaires. You're dealing with the elite 1% with more money than brain. So, they wanted to, they could probably sink Ocean Gate into the ground, which is already, in the process of. So you could take them for all the money that they have, which is probably more than people realize because have the money to be able to build a submarine and go down to the Titanic several times is kind of...
Ocean Gate's.
They're not going to exist. There's nothing to operate on
There's
anymore.
nothing. Like, you made a homemade submarine, had a bunch of corners, and because of that, lives were lost.
Yeah, the liability's all gone. But either way, yeah, those are my thoughts on that, and I thought it was interesting that, and mainly, I guess, where I was going was how the news coverage part of it, that's just been blowing my mind that people are still linked on that. Like, I really want to know, like, timeline, like what happened from the moment they launched to the moment that the sub imploded.
Well, I know there's always shit going on with Trump's indictments that are going on during the same time. So there's that, and then there's
Bus
still
crash.
there's still the protests in Paris.
Yeah, those
Like
are
people
wild.
think they're gone. Like people think it's done, but they're still protesting.
Well, I mean, look at the
That was
war in
so
Ukraine.
long ago
Yeah,
when
the
that
war
was-
is-
Yeah, that's not getting news coverage anymore.
What
It
the
is.
Actually, it is. Yeah, because our
Really?
prime minister is still continually giving them billions and billions of dollars.
Why?
Foreign aid.
You see, our province is burning down, so rather than giving us more,
Are the
money-
fires still going?
Oh yeah, they're out of control. It's the worst it's ever been in Canadian history, to my knowledge.
And he's given them some money, but he's given significantly more money to Ukraine. But what we could do is start building them assets here in our country and ship that over to them, because that would boost our economy. But no, we're just sending money there instead. The money that we don't have.
That's a whole separate topic that
Yeah,
could go on
that's
for
another big
hours.
thing that's going on in
Yeah.
that too. You didn't know about it because we were all talking about this submarine, but he just sent them
Yeah.
a shit ton of money.
But yeah, in Paris, they're still protesting and they're going after BlackRock, which is notorious for some shady business dealings and the fact that they have their hand in everything now. BlackRock is also looking at basically owning Ukraine.
Oh,
Well, they're funding the rebuilding
They're
of Ukraine,
refunding everything from for the rebuilding of the country. So,
and there's some deal that they're making with the Ukrainian government or
Yeah.
something.
so they're basically going to have their pocket in fucking Ukraine.
They're moving their
Headquarters,
headquarters
Right.
to Ukraine.
I'm sure they're getting a nice
tax dodge.
Yeah.
Well, not tax dodge, but tax cuts, like
Yeah.
serious tax cuts. I
yeah.
guarantee you, Zelensky's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
literally. You just-
I mean, which honestly I would do too. If a multi-billion-dollar company was like, "We'll rebuild you. We just have to, we'll do everything. We'll give you all the money you need. It's just you give us tax dodges." And it's like, okay,
well, like that's another thing that flew under the radar, and no one seems to be talking about it.
because it's not dramatic. No one cares.
And like most of the war coverage that was at the beginning was just because of shock factor, and now it's like it's still going on, but we've stopped talking about it.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to a new segment on the podcast that we like to call Eric Under the Table. Here's your host, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hello, everyone. I am in a very contorted position, and this is horribly uncomfortable. We are going to need a new table. But my question for the boys today: you could go back 10 years and blow someone's mind with a fact you knew about today's life. What would it be?
I thought you were just saying blow. Would it be?
You could blow people's dick. I don't care. Just tell me.
Okay, back to 2013.
2013. Oh my god, I'm 12.
No. You go back in time as you,
Oh,
knowledge you have now, and if you could say one thing to the people of that time to blow their mind, what would it be?
Every girlfriend you've had has left you.
That's not relevant or new news. Everyone knows that.
Dick.
In 2023, people are going to be concerned about a homemade submarine.
That's what you picked.
That is horrible. That is.
Elon Musk owns Twitter. That's mine.
That's a good one. Brandon.
I'd say.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, you go.
AI is a real thing, and it is getting stupid fucking.
I mean, that's just
Like-
gonna make people want to advance it more at 2013, and then it's gonna be doubly as bad.
Yeah, exactly. So wait, so with what we're telling them, Eric, does that change the future?
No.
Okay, so no, it'd be fine. AI is still gonna be where it's at.
We're
today.
just telling them a fact that could blow their mind.
Yeah, AI. AI is a thing, and it literally.
It can write your fucking school paper for
Yeah.
you and write it better than you ever could.
Yep. It can do amazing pieces of work of art in literally. How long does it take to generate? Like 5 seconds.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, AI is mine.
Brandon.
That is my name.
I know what Brandon's is.
What
Deep
is-
fakes.
No.
Clip.
You can
No.
put the face of whatever celebrity you want in any porn video you want.
Wait, what? That's a thing?
That's what
Yes.
deepfakes are. Margot Robbie.
Hey, Eric, that's your girl.
hi. You're there now.
No, I'd say just because it's something that's happened recently is the discovery and implementation of fusion reactions.
Agreed. Good one.
Because yeah, like that's something that we did in our lifetime. Like we're alive to find out that we can do fusion. It's going to take a few years to actually do, but I don't know, just the fact that it was even possible in our lifetime is pretty fucking cool.
What about you, Eric?
Donald Trump wins presidency.
Oh my god, that is a good one.
I mean, The Simpsons did that, but
Yeah.
But to tell them
It
at
actually
that point
happened.
in time that they were fucking right.
yeah.
'Cause isn't that not when they did the fucking thing? Was right around that fucking time period,
I think
anyways.
so, yeah.
2013, yeah.
That's a good Eric under the table.
Is
there.
that
Thank you for joining me in this horrible position for Eric under the table that we'll hopefully do in a better position next time because my neck is on fire.
The second thing I wanted to talk about was Threads. It's the new social media platform that is a direct competitor to Twitter. It's okay. For now, but they definitely have to make some changes. They had like 70 million people sign up in the first couple days, which is, pretty decent. I mean, it's a meta product, so of course people are going to flock over, and they make it really easy because you can integrate your Instagram account and who you follow there onto Threads, because it's all under the meta umbrella. So I thought that was cool. It's in its early stages, but I have one main gripe, which is your page isn't just who you're following. It's like everyone. Like it just starts recommending content, which Twitter was kind of doing as well, because they moved away from when you open Twitter, it's just your following page, to a For You page that opens up by default, and it's like accounts you might follow because you follow other ones. Yeah, like TikTok, it curates the content for you on your page. Yeah, because like it'd be okay if it wasn't the default. Like if you open it up to your following pages, that's one thing, because you can do that on TikTok too. You can just go on the pages that you follow. So that's annoying because Threads doesn't really solve that. They kind of make it worse, if anything, because there's no option to just see who you're following is posting. It's everything.
So there's no point in following anybody.
Not really. I mean, if you follow them, their comments and their posts show up more often than if you didn't follow them. But then you've got all the fucking garbage in between that you might not want.
So it's already like Facebook, where Facebook you may get to see people you are friends with on there,
Yeah.
but you may not, because it just randomly follows and unfollows random people all
Yeah.
the time.
It's so
And with the like 4 or 5 ads in a row, you don't get to fucking see what your friends are posting anyways.
Mhm.
So the only thing that actually shows you the content you want is LinkedIn. And even then, sometimes I get 4 ads in a row.
Yeah.
But it's usually pertinent to what other people are posting on there.
Mhm.
But it's like, I don't care about the oil field. I work in an oil field company, but I actually don't fucking care what this company's doing. Fuck off.
Mhm.
I have to talk about this because I just realized with the whole ad talk. Have you heard about the whole YouTube ad thing that they're cracking down on ad?
block. Yeah.
They're cracking down on ad block. That's like, I don't know what I feel about it. I think it's kind of fucked, but I get it because I mean YouTube's struggling now.
The
And
business decision, plain and simple.
yeah, okay. So YouTube has recently been experimenting with ways to combat ad block and ad blockers, and I believe the
like
first
so you
method
don't see
was-
ads.
Yeah, so
Okay,
AdBlock
cool.
basically gets rid of the ads that they play at the beginning of videos and shit,
Okay.
because they're irritating. Because
Not just
YouTube,
beginning, middle, and under the banner ads. It gets rid of all
yeah,
Oh wow.
all the ads that are extremely irritating in YouTube video, it gets rid of.
Not just YouTube, but usually anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's nice because it's extremely irritating when you have literally I've seen it put fucking five ads at the start before a video, and they're like 20 seconds each.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like for a minute video, I'm watching 3 minutes of ads. I don't see the point in that. But anyway, regardless of the point, yes, people have this whole. They made ad blockers almost specifically for YouTube because it's so irritating. But now YouTube's getting pissed off because they're not making their ad money, and they started experimenting with implementing ways to combat that. And one of their ways at the start was to just say disable ad blockers on YouTube to support creators, blah blah blah. Or you could buy premium and then not get ads.
Your premium money is going to YouTube and to the people you
Creators, right?
They actually get just as much or slightly more money from people who have YouTube Premium than they do from ads.
Which I do have premium. I think it's my brother has premium and he put me on his account, but I think it's a worthwhile thing. It's like $12 a month and you don't get ads. And I watch tons of YouTube. It's like Disney Plus. It's the same thing. I watch tons of Disney Plus, therefore I can justify the $13 a month I pay for it.
And the $12 a month for the YouTube Premium gets you YouTube Music, which is just as good or sometimes better than Spotify, which I also use that. I used YouTube Plus for the longest time, then I got Spotify, and I hated it, but I still use it.
Right.
Just do it.
I don't. I have way too much music.
Just do it. Start over.
This is in the exact same boat as me.
I have almost 8,000 songs again.
Again?
Yeah, I got down. I deleted like 1,000 songs, and now I'm back up
I
to
looked at mine. I'm at
7,994 or something.
But
I'm at 43.
Anyway,
I can't.
if you like having the picture-in-picture on your phone, if you watch any YouTube on your phone, YouTube Premium is the way because you get the picture-in-picture with it, and you. So I can go browse Reddit and watch a YouTube video at the same time because it just puts YouTube in the bottom right corner.
Right.
Oh.
It's
and then you can, if you just want to listen to a podcast that's only available on YouTube, you can just open it up on YouTube and turn your phone off. You don't have to keep the screen on and worry about it fucking calling 911 when it's in your fucking pocket.
There are some benefits. There are some benefits to YouTube Premium, but some people who don't want to pay for premium, I understand.
Or can't.
I pay for too many other streaming services.
Right.
Cancel your Netflix. It's fucking stupid.
I don't have Netflix.
Thank
Good.
God.
Uses mine.
I'm so sorry.
Cancel your Netflix.
Oh.
There's a lot of...
It's shit,
there's-
and you have to make a
there's-
point.
There's decent shows on there.
Fuck Netflix. They're garbage.
Irregardless.
There may be a decent show on there right now, but it's gone tomorrow. Fuck you.
We can rant about Netflix later.
So moving back
Already
to
have.
Thread.
Next episode.
Moving back to Thread. There's a few benefits that I like that Twitter doesn't really have. There's the character limit, which has always bothered me because a lot of what you do on Twitter and apps like Twitter that you have to post continuously on to gain traction is tags. And if you're writing text and also writing tags, oftentimes those tags will take up too much space, and then you have to figure out what you actually want your message to say, how many tags to use. If any are redundant, take them out because most of your character length is from tags.
Only person who doesn't use hashtag.
Well, it's for promotions mainly and getting your stuff trending. But on Twitter, it's currently 280. I think Twitter Premium, you can get more.
What is the minimum? Hashtags. What's the minimum you need to have on?
I mean, I'd say at least 5.
There's an account I follow on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I shit you not. 35, and they're all the same hashtag. And we're just like,
yeah, and so Thread at default has 500 characters. I don't know if they're going to do the whole turning their app into a microtransaction living hell like
course
Twitter
they are.
has. It's owned by Meta, so they allow links, they allow photos.
Okay.
Thread allows 5-minute videos. Twitter only allows 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
yeah,
2 minutes, 40
I
seconds.
Thank
mean,
you.
I feel like platforms like Thread and Twitter don't need 5-minute videos. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, those are different because they're built like that. But I don't know. I don't think I'd sit there and watch a 5-minute video on Twitter. to
I
be
don't
quite
think
honest.
Instagram needs 5.
I'd go to YouTube over watching it on Thread or Twitter.
I still love the hissy fit that Musk is having about this whole thing.
Yeah, for those
That's
of you who don't know,
hilarious.
Daddy Musk.
Elon Musk is trying to sue Thread because they apparently copied them. But I don't know what's actually going to come out of it because it is fair competition. It's the same thing when Instagram Reels came out and Facebook Reels came out. The same shit. They were just following the trends, and you either have to evolve your company or you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I hope Facebook and Meta dies.
I agree, but they
don't
launched
mind
this at
Facebook.
like the best time because they knew that Twitter was going in the dumps. They were like,
yeah.
we could probably make something similar and
Capitalize on
launch it.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it worked. They got 70 million people in 2 days.
Yeah, that's
Fucking brilliant.
ridiculous.
It's fucking brilliant.
Talk there, bud.
It's disgusting.
We
You-
all finished ours.
Good for you.
Instagram allows
You need to suckle
verification.
that cock.
Instagram allows verification, so does Thread, which
Like the little
Twitter
check
got
mark?
rid of.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just the check mark; it's the fact that it is the person who you're messaging. And that was a whole fucking debacle with moron Musk trying to get rid of it because now that you have to pay for it, anyone can pay for it. Some fucking incel huddled up in his room saying, I'm gonna go kill all these fucking horrors.
Okay.
He can be verified. Someone that says shit like that can be verified, and real accounts who don't want to pay for the verification but are like celebrities or even businessmen.
Like Tate can be verified. It's
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So I like that they're still allowing the verification. I think it'll help with brand awareness, and because when they got rid of it, Twitter was a pile of steaming shit for a while.
I'm still convinced he's trying to sabotage that company and burn it to the ground so that he can just write it off and call it a
I
day.
just don't know what the payoff is. He's gonna lose money on
he's
it.
a businessman. He's not gonna burn it to the ground. He's gonna make him his money back, and he's gonna dump it.
And that's what I mean burning the ground would do.
So we
He's
know.
not gonna like dump it. He's probably gonna like dump it, like just burn it to the total ground. 'Cause again, then he loses money if he's still in
Yeah.
control of it. But he might make it so it's profitable, and then open up it as a public company.
So we know you have it, but for us here, do you have it? If not, would you get it, Andy?
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I do have a Twitter that I use once or maybe like 3 times a year,
Yeah.
and
Probably not.
probably not.
Who you
It's
are?
No.
a meta thing.
Twitter was a cancer culture and I never got involved, and
Yep.
this is just the same thing. It's
Sorry, keep going.
it's the rinse and repeat method, sort of, or it's the carbon copy. There's no point. It's just toxic shit. It's going to be people ranting about it and ranting about useless crap. I just don't care. I have other problems in my life I need to worry about. So.
I'm in the same boat. I think I got Twitter for maybe like a week. Holy fuck, are we in school or something, bud?
Yes.
I'm not done.
I don't care.
The teacher said yes. So
When the fuck did he become the teacher? What'd you say?
Nothing.
So, Twitter is the reason why we had the adpocalypse. So fuck Twitter. It can also burn
YouTube
now.
was the part of.
Yeah, YouTube was
No,
part
but
of it.
Twitter is yes, but
Twitter
it was
You
exploded.
angry-
interrupted
it
me.
was angry parents ranting on Twitter because they, or no, yeah,
Oh my.
they went, I'm not going to buy this item from Walmart because it was on this video that had guns in
And
it.
PewDiePie said the N word.
Yeah, that's pretty much what launched the
Yeah, it was the
adpocalypse.
it
is
was the PewDiePie N-word.
That's because he was signed by Disney, and then they dropped him.
Yeah.
well, and their largest
so-
creator on the platform said
Yeah.
the N-word on live, and they,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so the thing is, it was people getting mad and being toxic on Twitter that got the adpocalypse started. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's one reason why I hate it. The other reason why I use it 3 times a year at the most, and the reason why I do use it is because a YouTuber I'm following is doing a giveaway where you get an extra ticket for following them on their Twitter. That's why I use it. But is because if I were to use that platform the way that I used it way back when I was fucking like in grade 7, so like what, 12, 13 years old?
yeah.
12 years old, was on my computer because our phones were kind of useless. So, and I kind of prefer that atmosphere on my computer. I don't need the toxicity when I open up my phone, but when I'm on my computer, I'm playing fucking video games, and it's a toxic shithole anyways. So I can tolerate opening up a toxic shithole.
You just have to make
I
yourself
can't tell-
suffer.
Yeah.
But I can't tolerate the things that are like, the world's going to end, your government's a piece of shit, fuck everything you believe in. That shows up in the little right-hand side on when you're in your browser, in the For You area, or it's the trending, and you can't get rid of it. It's on the right-hand side all the time. There's no option to disable it. And like, I just see the most cringy, stupid news articles popping up in trends. It's like hashtag, like, fuck this political leader or whatever, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't want to see it.
As of now, Thread doesn't have trending stories.
That's good. I won't get it. The only way I would get it is to basically see Brandon pick fights. Because he does it on Twitter, and it's beautiful because it's well crafted. You should insert some of your screenshots now, just so people can see.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
You get canceled immediately. Anyway.
You don't say anything that bad, do you?
Yes, he does. He's a fucking internet troll, dude.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of shit by drafts that I haven't posted.
Drafts. But I meant the ones you put on your
I
stories
posted
or
some
anything.
of the shit that I spew, but not all of it.
Like, you don't do it trolly though. Like, you're very
I
well.
do it to people who deserve it.
And it's well crafted, and it's thought out. It's not.
Who
just
cares?
Fuck you.
Exactly.
Fuck your opinion. Fuck
Thought
all
out,
this bullshit.
very well constructed. Who cares?
Exactly.
It's also probably racist, but you know.
Are they racist?
I mean, you are a white male after all. You're racist, so.
Anyways, this is completely
This
unusable.
has been true.
Oh, this is getting cut.
This is getting cut.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Thread's got some potential.
It's done, right?
If it's done right. I mean, it's in its early stages. That's why I'm not super critical.
No, that's fair.
If it was like several years old and they still don't have a spot for just who you follow,
uninstall that bitch.
yeah, it's kind of stupid. So I hope they fix that soon. That's probably my biggest gripe.
And so, who's the developer of Thread?
Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. Okay, cool.
The lizard.
The lizard
The
king.
Lizard King.
The lizard.
I'm not a
It feels more.
like.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like Twitter because Twitter is an all-around media app. You can DM people. You can, like Andrew said, look at the news. You can look at all this stuff. But right now, where Thread is in its infancy stage, it's just
Yeah.
it's just following
Terrible.
people and seeing what they're posting and stuff. There's no person-to-person connection. Which on Twitter, you could message people if you wanted to or have conversations with mutuals.
That's how I used
So-
to talk to my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
I would message her on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it
real
lacks
girlfriend.
all of the interpersonal connection with people.
So, as much as like with how social media is, and you can't really, make something that's unique because it all follows the same fucking algorithm in some sort of sense. Is it its own thing? Could you compare it to Instagram, Facebook, like any of those?
It is like it's Twitter.
It's very much Twitter.
It's like
Twitter?
Twitter.
Okay.
It's without the personal connections that you can make through DMing people, and there's no news stories, so it's not like you're caught up with everything. I admit, like, it can be depressing when you go into the trending tab and it's like, oh, the world's on fire. There's a war in Ukraine. There's a
Is it just
nuclear leak, and it's like that's
Is it
a
just
lot.
a place to post and just
Just-
basically dump?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people are right now using it for promotions just because it's new.
Yeah.
And because it's new, more people are going to be inclined to use it, and
They're going
possibly
to be looking to follow stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Check out for True North Network on there.
Probably make an
I
account.
know you will.
But
But yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm surprised how quickly people caught on because the last big social media that released was TikTok. And it took creators quite a while to join.
Well, because it was Musically initially.
Yeah, but it I don't know, it's a completely different beast where like a lot of official pages. Like I
took
was
a
looking
while.
for hockey and music and video games, like all the
There
big
wasn't much on there.
big companies are already on there.
Oh, I know.
So that's why I think it's gonna have a decent longevity, because these big creators
Are already on there.
supporting it.
It was the opportunistic launch, just like we discussed. Like they launched it at such a good time and advertised it just right that's why it took up as much as it did.
I'm interested to see where it's going. I hope they implement hashtags because they don't have that yet.
Your own person.
They also don't have editing,
Oh,
which Twitter doesn't either, which I've had my gripes about. I think it should follow the same system that if you edit your tweet, you should be able to see that. Like other people should be able to see it.
Like Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's early stages. It will get to that point. I mean, they basically
And then Twitter
made,
will have to fall shoot. Sorry.
well, they basically made what Twitter used to be. Right?
Yeah.
And even 10 years ago, like 2013, Twitter was completely different.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as Musk took it over, like he
That
ran
and
into
even
that.
after, like even before Musk took it over, I mean that's one of the reasons.
it started going down the drain. That's probably. I mean, that's why they were so adamant on selling it to Musk, and then he was like, "Fucking, I want it."
Yeah.
So
I mean, it could turn into a whole MySpace situation again, right?
Fuck.
MySpace got bought up for a couple $100 million, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he sold it for like, he lost a lot of money. I can't remember who it was that bought it, but it just tanked because that was the same time Facebook was coming out. So, who knows? Maybe Twitter won't exist next year.
Hopefully Rona
If-
won't either.
Red takes over.
Who knows? Anyways,
think
I want to
that's
discuss that because it's pretty big for a company like Meta to be inserting themselves in another competitive market.
oh yeah.
Because they did it with Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels to compete with TikTok. They added stories. I remember there never
Snapchat.
used to be stories, but they added stories to compete with Snap.
Remember that?
I mean, fair play to them. They're staying competitive. They're evolving because they don't want to die off. Like
How you have
MySpace
to do
did.
it.
They could have just made like a section of Facebook that's more like Twitter.
Yeah.
Like-
Facebook threads.
God.
Literally. Because then they have this platform that already has all of those features that they could literally just reformat the way it looks,
All right.
basically.
Yeah, we're gonna end here.
So anyway, about
All right, so let's go have a 20-minute conversation about the pitfalls of MySpace.
Nope. That'll be next.
All right, guys,
episode.
I am leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
look, from the old pictures I've seen of people's MySpaces, I think I would have liked MySpace.
I used it briefly.
Yep. Exactly. Before you do your outro, I just want to say one thing.
No.
Thank you to all our loyal listeners who stick with us through all the changes and all of the hiatuses we take. We do appreciate you. And
No, fuck
hopefully-
you.
Really, dude. And
Yes, fuck you.
hopefully we're gonna be getting more on a schedule type thing.
No.
Seriously. God damn it! I'm just trying to thank them.
No.
Oh my
Don't
god.
No.
follow up your thanking them with
I'm
please
not.
like
No,
and
that-
subscribe
not-
because
no.
I will.
They're
unsubscribe.
already fucking
Thank
listening
you guys
to us.
so much
God
for
damn it.
listening and watching today. Are you done?
Yes.
Well, if you're not, talk to the camera. Oh no, now I don't want to do it.
Fuck's sakes, thank you for sticking with us through thick and thin. That's all I was trying to say.
All
God
right.
damn it.
That was corny.
No, fuck you too.
Well, you got to hear that on 3 other microphones as well as his, so
Thank you
Times
guys
3.
for watching. Let us know what you think about Threads, and I mean, you can tell us what you think about the submarine, but we've heard it all before. Thank you guys for watching. Go click all the links down below, take you to our social media and all our listening platforms. We will hopefully be getting some new stickers and cards for the podcast, just due to changes. So look out for that as well. Maybe we'll give some free swag away. Well, if you live where we live, because I'm not shipping shit to you. Sorry. Especially not in Israel. Thank you.
But if you want to come all the way down from Israel, we sure will definitely.
I am not
do it.
meeting anyone from Israel.
what
Hey.
about from the Ukraine?
No.
Oh
You're
God.
anti-Ukraine? That's what you just said. You won't
No.
give. They come all the way from Ukraine. You're not going to give them anything?
I'd give him something. I'd give him a day with me.
No, I'm not giving them a whole fucking date with me. Fuck that. I don't care who you are.
I'm not that
I don't
charitable.
like people.
Wow.
Give me a
Thank you,
fucking
thank you
sticker.
guys for watching. Let us know what you think, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, Poppy, see.